You must be staying in a house. You must be staying in a place where you call home, especially people who are not staying in village homes. Are you dealing with brokers? We have so many quacks in town. Ensure the broker or the insurance, that's the insurance broker. We'll be dealing with insurance brokerage later. The real estate broker, the land brokers, the people who show you the house, the people who show you where to buy the land, the people who take you to meet the owners of the land, they must be registered. Failure to which, that is an illegal business. Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer, where we are dealing with what affects everybody. You must be staying in a house. You must be staying in a place where you call home, especially people who are not staying in village homes. We are dealing with a big question. How did you get your house where you are staying? Did you use a broker? Did you use an agent? This term confuses people. How do you deal with these brokers? You want a house, you have been posted in another place, or you have a job elsewhere, you're looking for a place to stay. You're a university student, you have come to university, or a college student, you want a hostel to stay. You walk all over, you see house to let, agent, house to let, call so and so. How does the law deal with these people? Have you been duped? Have you been told send money? Have you been taken to a house to see the house and you pay? When you come with your vehicle or mkokoteni carrying your goods, you find that that place, the owner is a different person. This, we looked with Vivian and we decided to discuss about it. Very many Kenyans have lost. If you see the number of people who are fake agents being arraigned in court and people losing property, you'll be shocked. Is there a rate, a commission that you're supposed to pay? This was the question that we are looking today. The law provides that all estate agents, all brokers must be registered. They must have a license that is renewable every year. There is a board, just like the Law Society of Kenya, where they have got to apply for licenses yearly. Have you ever asked your broker or agent to give you the license? Just like advocates, just like doctors, just like architects, just like PR consultants, just like journalists, the real estate agents, the brokers must have a license. What will be the consequences if a broker is not licensed? This is the case that determined that question in the Environment and Land Court of Kenya at Nakuru, ELC case number 111 of 2016, Okra Realtors versus Abdul Ghani Kipkemboi Komen, Abdul Halid Kipkemei Komen, Abdul Kadil Kiplagat Komen. This is a decision that was rendered by Justice Munyao Sila on the 30th day of September 2019. What were the facts in this matter? In paragraph 9, Joseph Njoroge Mushina, a director of the plaintiff company, he testified that the defendants who are brothers approached him in the year 2011 and informed him that they were beneficiaries of 100 acres out of land parcel this, which in total measured this. Each defendant was entitled to a third share. They met in his office with the defendants and their father. The defendants are sons of Mohammed Khomeini, who in turn is the son of Kibowen Komen, deceased, meaning that the deceased was their grandfather. This was a sale of land where the seller and the buyer were introduced by an estate agent. This estate agent entered into an agreement with these people that upon introducing them, just like agents do, just like brokers do, he will get his share of the percentage. The sale went through, the buyer paid, and the seller received the money. But the broker, that is the agent, did not get his cut. Aggrieved with this matter went before the judge. And the question, as I said, no broker is supposed to do business without being licensed. In that's paragraph 31, apart from I have serious issues about the agency agreement that the parties entered into. The plaintiff admitted that he is not a registered estate agent. That being the case, the plaintiff's company could not have entered into the sort of agency agreement that it entered into with the defendants, for this would be a contravention of Section 18 of the Estate Agents Act, that is Chapter 533, Laws of Kenya, which provide as follows. This is the law. Unregistered persons not to practice as estate agents. After the expiration of 6 months from the commencement of this act, or such further period as the minister may, by notice in the Gazette, allow either party, generally in respect of any particular person or class of persons. It says, A. No individual shall practice as an estate agent unless he is registered as an estate agent. 2. No partnership or company shall practice as estate agents unless all the partners whose activities include the doing of acts by way of such practice are registered estate agents. 3. No body corporate shall practice as an estate agent unless all the directors thereof, whose duties include the doing of acts by way of such practice, are registered estate agents. So what does the law say? No company can do estate agent without it being registered. No individual can do brokerage, can do estate agents without that person being registered. It proceeds to say the appellant was appointed by the respondent as a sole selling agent to sell one of the respondent properties, and the parties agreed at a commission. It turned out that the appellant was not registered as an estate agent, and the question that the Court of Appeal sought to answer was, what was the legal effect of? The Court of Appeal said, after careful consideration, we have decided that it is clear from the evidence before the Superior Court and the provisions of Section 18, if a contract alleged by Mapis and Mr. Shampa, the director of the appellant company, to exist, did in fact exist, the conduct of Mr. Shampa and the appellant company was in breach of express provisions of the statute and illegal. That being the case, it was then a matter of law as to whether the non-registration resulted in the illegality of the contract. It is clear that a contract to perform estate agency services can only be legal if entered by a registered agent. The judge says it did emerge that the plaintiff did directly enter into the sale agreement with some of the purchasers. That is utterly out of place. Even assuming the plaintiff was a duly registered agent, that one is illegal. On paragraph 38, the judge dismisses the plaintiff and gives a judgment dated 30th day of September 2019. What is the import of this provision of Section 18 of the Real Estate Agents Act? We have so many quacks in town pretending to be estate agents. We have so many brokers in the real estate industry. They connect you. Remember the land brokers. The land brokers will tell you, I know Mzee Kimarel, I know Mzee Kimutai, I know so and so, they are selling land. They connect you with that person. Those are illegal businesses. Ask that person, is he registered as an estate agent? Is he registered as a broker? If he's not registered as a real estate agent, that person is committing an illegal act, a criminal act that is likely to be jailed. For the brokers, Cap 527 of the laws of Kenya demand that every broker must be registered. That is the position, and licenses be required. Section 3 provides that no person shall carry on the trade of a broker, a money changer, without a license being provided. Failure to have a brokerage license is a criminal act where one can be jailed for 3 years. This is the act. So ensure the broker or the insurance broker. We'll be dealing with insurance brokerage later. The real estate broker, the land brokers, the people who show you the house, the people who show you where to buy the land, the people who take you to meet the owners of the land, they must be registered. Failure to which, that is an illegal business. So from today, you know very well, every time you're looking for a house, ask for, where is the license? Where are you registered? And remember, they are supposed to go for professional training every year. They must go for CPD, just like everybody goes to CPD. Failure to that, they stand condemned as conmen or as conwomen. Wakili Dan Sanumari on the issue of real estate brokerage.